Now, for those of you that are not aware of this, I posted a video on Thursday, May 2nd, 2024. The title of this video is Warning, the enemy is fomenting groups to start chaos. I posted the video around lunchtime, around noon that day. Now, I'll just show you some of what was in it here. That is the sheet that I used in it. Now, I will put links to that video on YouTube, Bitchute, and Playeur in the description, and also as a comment on Bitchute and YouTube, so that you can go and view this video if you so choose. Now, when I did that video, there was some fuckery that happened right away over on YouTube. Now, the first hour of the video being live, when I looked at the backside, it had gained over 500 views, according to my creator information on the back. Now, on the actual video, it showed the views were half of that number, literally 50%. 1 hour later, same thing. We were close to 1,000 views on that video, according to the creator information on the backside. But on the views on the video itself, it said it was only around 500. Now, at that 2-hour mark, so about afternoon on Tuesday, all of a sudden, mysteriously, I went from hundreds and hundreds of views an hour to literally it was listing 2 views per hour. This is during the time when the video is supposedly, or should be getting more views because people are now getting off of work and that stuff and they can view the video. Now, slowly but surely, the views climbed up to 1,000 on the page that was listed on the video page itself. That happened by around 10 o'clock that night. And during the same time that that's going on, it was listing on my backside in a creator section that I was getting only 2 to 5 views per hour at this point, as I was going from that 500 views up to 1,000. So there was fuckery going on. At the same time that was happening, I naturally started getting anti-Semitic comments being made on the video. Now, when I get that type of stuff, when people start posting comments calling for violence, racist comments, anti-Semitic comments, or comments where the person is insulting me, they get banned from the channel from being able to post comments. So I went through on the backside the way I am allowed to as a creator to ban people from commenting on the channel. And when I ban them, I can also go through and erase those comments. Well, take a guess what was happening. Some of those comments, even though I banned them, still kept appearing on the video multiple hours after I had erased that comment and told them to erase it. And some of those creators that I had banned, I recognized those screen names as ones I had already banned earlier that day when the video was building up hundreds and hundreds of views an hour. Those screen names were posting additional derogatory comments during the time period when I was supposedly getting 2 views an hour. Now, I also want to mention, during the time period when I was supposedly getting 2 views per hour, I was also getting comments, like 20-some comments posted per hour during this same time period when supposedly only 2 people had watched or accessed the video. Noticing a little pattern here? Now, I'm going to tell you a little piece of information on this. YouTube has something that's called YouTube Heroes. This is the fluffy, kind, gentle term used for YouTube censors. Now, certain channels, like, mine, we probably have 1 or 2 YouTube heroes assigned to our channel to look for any content whatsoever that they can ban the channel over. Now, these comments, like I mentioned, ones that didn't disappear and people that I banned from being able to make comments, are still making comments multiple hours after they were banned, it's probably a pretty good guess that the people who made those comments, that this weird stuff is happening with those particular comments and those screen names, they most likely are YouTube heroes, which really should be known as YouTube censors. Now, this morning, 48 hours after I posted the video, okay? And I'll let you know, I did post over on Telegram when I noticed there was fuckery going on. I posted at Telegram that I could tell I hit a nerve, and I was talking about a subject I wasn't allowed to talk about according to YouTube. And I told people that I suspected within 48 hours that video likely will be banned and I could potentially get a strike. Now, apparently, they must have had people poring over the video to try to find an excuse, and they couldn't find one. But what they decided to do, without issuing me a strike, which would result in some type of punishment, they did this. I received this notification 48 hours, the time period I said something would happen, 48 hours after the time I posted that video on Thursday, the video warning the enemy is fomenting groups to start chaos. Now, what's in this message? Hi, Security Guy 42. To help keep our community safe, we limit some of our more powerful features to channels we have built and maintained a positive channel history or who have provided verification. As of now, your channel doesn't have sufficient channel history. It has lost access to advanced features. This may have happened because your channel did not follow our community guidelines. How this impacts your channel. You won't be able to do things like get higher daily limits for live streams, shorts, and video uploads. So they're outright telling you they're going to limit the access to your videos. Also affected, embed live streams. So I'm not going to be allowed to do live streams. Pin comments. I'm not allowed to pin comments anymore. Add external links to your video descriptions. Now, the pin comments and the video links, they took that feature away from me the last time I did a video that they didn't like, that they pulled this same fuckery on. And that was sometime last summer. Just so that you're aware of it. Now they're adding more stuff on to it as a punishment, even though I don't have a strike. I am 0 strikes according to the backside for creators on YouTube. I have 0 active strikes, and I have not gotten a strike since COVID. And I'm not going to go over that on how the videos I got strikes on now are accepted according to YouTube current policies. Okay, how to restore access to advanced features. To restore access, you can build positive channel history by following our community guidelines, provide video or identification verification for quicker access. This may not be available for all channels. Thanks, the YouTube team. So, let's piece this together for you. Thursday around noon, I post a video warning the enemy is fomenting groups to start chaos. It starts going viral. I literally got the notifications on the backside all Thursday up until the time I finally went to sleep around midnight. It was still giving me the notification that this video was exploding. The views are piling up faster than normal, that this video is going viral. There is a notification that creators will get telling you that when you have a video that's just, far exceeding the normal standards, it tells you that this video is going viral. I've had that a few times. And every time that's happened, those videos all of a sudden get turned off, or I get a strike for it. So I have this going on. We got this, I posted this around noon, around lunchtime on Thursday. Views are shooting through the roof. Every time I looked at it without being logged in, the views were just skyrocketing. When I would log in, I look at the backside. The backside would tell me that I had twice the number of views as what was being shown on the page for the video. Literally, it was 50% of the views it was registering in the back. So we got that going on. Exactly 2 hours after the video is posted, we are now in the afternoon. People are getting off of work. My views go from many hundreds per hour, at least 500, if not 1,000, because they're messing with the numbers. It depends on which number you're going to go off of. The one that's on the page or the one that's on the backside in the creators. If you're looking at the creators and back, it was gaining thousands of views an hour. 2 hours after posting, afternoon, people are getting off of work. Suddenly, the views stop. And YouTube says I'm getting 2 views per hour, according to the information on the backside. The information on the channel, on the page, is still showing that the video is getting views, but I'm only registering like 100 an hour at that point. So I've gone from being told on the backside I'm getting thousands of views per hour, on the page half that number, and then 2 hours later, backside is now telling me I'm getting only 2 views per hour, but there's 100 or more views appearing on the page. I'm getting comments when there's supposedly only 2 views per hour that are numbering 10 to 20 comments per hour at this point. And by midnight on Thursday, everything literally did just stop. Nothing else was happening with the video. It's like it was pulled from YouTube, but it's still listed on the page. Now, a subscriber did tell me over on Telegram, no notification was sent out that that video had gone live on Thursday. So put that into consideration too. Even though a notification had not been sent out to my subscribers, enough people were seeing it on the channel and spreading it around, the views were skyrocketing. You know, I'm sure the YouTube Zero, as I refer to them, you know, YouTube Hero, I would call them YouTube Zeros. I'm sure the YouTube Zero was filling their pants with fecal matter. And then, you know, we got to stop this. We got to stop this. They're talking about something they shouldn't be talking about. And then, you know, further fuckery happens. Now, here's something else. It's not just on YouTube this video's been getting fucked with. Over on Bitchute. Now, when you look at a video on my channel over on Bitchute, up in the upper right-hand corner on the screen, there's something referred to as rants and raves. Now, there are 3 comments listed there. Those comments call me a Jew lover, a nigger lover, and a denier of the fact that minorities commit every crime. Now, those comments in the rant and rave section, according to the information from Bitchute, are only supposed to appear in that screen on all your videos for 1 hour. After 1 hour, they are supposed to disappear. Those comments, those 3 comments, are still on that video, still on my channel, over 48 hours later. I have sent a message to Bitchute asking them what is going on here. Because I do have the option in there that I can mute, which is their version of blocking, a person for making derogatory comments according to community guidelines. And I've gone through and I've muted all 3 of those posters, which means how it normally works, if I mute someone for making racist, anti-Semitic, calls for violence, or insulting me comments over on Bitchute, as soon as I mute that person, their comments disappear from all of my videos. These 3 comments are still there after those 3 posters were muted. So I sent a message to Bitchute and I am waiting for a response yet. They still haven't responded to me. And it actually said in there when I sent in the question on this stuff that they're required to get back to me quickly within a day. I still haven't gotten a response yet. I outright asked them what's going on. Because according to your guidelines, your information about this feature, these comments are supposed to be gone in an hour, but these comments are still on my channel 48 hours later, and they are literally still available about 36 hours after I had muted those people. I had banned them for things that are in violation of community guidelines. Still waiting for a response, and I outright asked Bitchute, is it possible that the 3 people who made those comments are members of your staff? Because I told them I get messed with on YouTube by people that work for YouTube. Are you guys doing the same type of, chicanery that YouTube does to the channel to try to slander me and discredit me? That is the reason I block and ban those people for making anti-Semitic comments, for making racist comments, for doing calls for violence in the comments, and also, attacking me. I ban those people so those comments do not get used to paint this channel in a negative light. Trust me, I go through this stuff all the time. I look through government reports that keep coming out. I have gone to ADL and SPLC and all these other things, and I do searches for Security Guy 42 and that type of stuff. They do not talk about the channel. When you do searches online in the past, it pulls up Security Guy 42 is found in reports put out by those organizations, though, about right-wing extremism. In particular, they say in there, my channel is white supremacist, anti-Semitic, and my channel is neo-Nazi. Even though, for those of you that know by now, I can't stand Nazis. Not for one motherfucking second can I stand them motherfuckers. They get banned outright. But in those governmental reports, and yes, the ADL and the SPLC, I do consider government organizations because they work hand in hand with the Department of Justice in the United States. My channel's listed in their reports, not on their websites, but it's listed in their reports as being, you know, a neo-Nazi channel. How? I don't know, but it's in there. They never give a reason why. They never cite an example how my channel is neo-Nazi, but it is listed in their reports as Nazi. It's amazing what you can find if you know how to do searches for this stuff. I've actually found my channel mentioned in reports from the British government, for Christ's sakes, as being a white supremacist neo-Nazi channel. I actually posted links to that shit over on Telegram months ago when I came across that stuff, and everyone was laughing their asses off on it because the things that they were citing in there is not on my channel at all. So they said this whole thing's ridiculous. So there you go. Fuckery is going on with that video. Now, some of you are probably wondering, well, security guy, why are you showing this? Security guy long ago had done more than one tour in Korea with the U.S. Army. This was back in the days when we were literally right behind the DMZ. And the vast majority of our camps were within mortar range of the DMZ. Now, one of those tours was at a little place called Camp House in a little itty-bitty village called Bongyilchong. Now, Camp House doesn't exist anymore. It was bulldozed back in 2007, which was quite sad when I found that out, because I did love that post. It was a great post. What we used to do once a year, it was typically on the anniversary of the invasion, June 25th. We would have a battalion formation. I was in 44th Engineers. I was a broken heart. Our battalion commander would hold a formation. And I found out from guys that were there longer than me that had been there for multiple tours that this was done every year. On June 25th, the anniversary, we would hold a mass formation. And we would be told the history of what happened that day. And how that mountain that Camp House was on was captured by the North Koreans. And what the North Koreans did to the civilian population in Bongyilchong. Now, near the end of that speech, the colonel asked us, would we ever allow that mountain to fall into North Korean hands again? And we all, without being told to, yelled out no. We would be asked, would we ever surrender if we found ourselves surrounded, out of ammunition, and we knew that we wouldn't survive much longer? Would we surrender? We said no, and we meant it. YouTube, go ahead, keep playing your fucking games. YouTube Zero, suck my dick after I pull it out of your ass. And it's covered in your shit. I will shove it down your motherfucking throat. And I want you to gag on it until you pass out from lack of oxygen. go ahead. Keep fucking with the channel. YouTube isn't the only platform I'm on. I have my backup channel at Bitchute. And for anyone who wants to support my channel and what I do, you want to help improve the quality of the videos and that stuff with training aids, and I am talking with Combat Cameraman about the possibility of editing software so that we can do our own editing instead of asking Ron Stryker for help. In order to allow that stuff to happen, you can come over to Playeur, follow the link for the video warning the enemy is fomenting groups to start chaos. Follow the link over to Playeur, create an account on Playeur, and subscribe to the channel on Playeur. Don't follow. Followers just get notifications when new content comes up. If you want to monetarily support the channel to help improve the quality of the videos and stuff, you have to become a subscriber. And then you're given an option of, like, I think it's $5, $10, $25. These are amounts that Playeur has chosen, not me. I do not have enough subscribers yet to allow me the option to create quote-unquote custom tiers so that I can allow people to subscribe for $1 again like I used to over on, fuck, what the hell was that? Patreon, before they banned me. So, there you go. Fuckery is afoot. I have been punished without even receiving a strike. I know, because I double checked right before the video here. I have not been issued a strike. And officially, that video I posted on Thursday doesn't exist because I'm only racking in a whole 2 views an hour still, since the chicanery that happened 2 hours after posting the video. So, YouTube heroes, I seriously hope you purple-haired pedophile motherfuckers commit suicide. And when you do it, please, for the love of God, make a video of it so I can see while it happens. And for all the little commies out there and neo-Nazi fuckheads that think you're edgy, you know, because you're young and, you know, you're going to teach us old farts, us boomers, how it's going to go, how it's going to work. You all can join them YouTube zeros. Seriously. Go draw yourself a nice warm bath, you know. Climb inside that bath and grab that razor and start cutting. I'm not going to tell you where. You're going to know where. You know, you should. You've probably thought about it more than once. Hence why you ended up in those ideologies, because you're destructive. So go ahead, self-delete. You know, make sure to post some social media notifications on that so that the rest of us can crack a beer every time you do it. Now, for those of you that do support the channel, thank you for sticking around. Please spread the links to that video warning the enemy is fomenting groups to start chaos. Spread the links to the video over on Bitchute, YouTube, and especially Playeur. Okay, I uploaded it at Playeur right away. So spread those links around. Get that information out there so that people know what's going on. Clearly, the powers that be do not want this information out there. And when that happens, that means we really got to start pushing that information from that video. Now, for all patriots, conservatives, engineers, my buddies across the militia movement, for every engineer I ever served with, especially with my brothers in the 44th Engineer Battalion, Broken Hearts, always remember, essayons, let us try.